Troops, here we are. It's the Eagle podcast. The COVID lockdown is still in play. I became friends with this woman via LinkedIn, and the power of LinkedIn is fantastic because you end up meeting fellow professionals, Eagles, and Eagles only fly with Eagles. And I'm welcoming Angela. How are you doing?
Hey, John. I'm really good, thank you.
How's
Really good.
how's everything in your world?
Everything's okay, to be fair. There's not been a massive change for me.
Right.
I'm still working. I typically spend 1 to 2 days at home working in my home office anyway.
Yeah.
And then usually I'm out and about. So the only major change for me is not actually meeting people face to face, the business meetings, which I'm really missing. But yeah, life's okay. Business is still going. I'm not worried about anything at the moment.
So for those who don't know, your business is insurance, but please tell us exactly who it is you work for and why you got into that industry.
Yeah, of course. So it's my own business, so limited company and Positive Lifestyle Rewards. And I'm an independent insurance broker, but I'm also a strategic partner with Vitality Life and Health Insurance. So it means that I'm not what they call a whole of market broker. I don't go out to the market and search for quotes with different insurance companies.
Okay.
I'm solely partnered with Vitality, and that's for one main reason. It's the only reason I'm in insurance. It's because of their shared value business model and the way that they help people to improve their health by incentivizing them. So for having a policy with us, for example, whether that be life insurance, serious illness cover, income protection, mortgage protection, business insurances, shareholder cover, etc., etc. There's quite a few products, by the way, that I cover. It doesn't matter what product you have, what type of insurance you buy with us. Basically you get rewarded. So for the premium that you pay every month, you get a whole array of rewards back in return for taking steps to look after your health. So basically we wear fitness devices. It tracks our steps every day. If we do a workout, I like to go and do a run in the morning. It tracks my workout and you get points for doing it, and you get loads of stuff back in return, such as discounted holidays, flights, trainers, spa breaks, cinema tickets, coffee. So it's quite extensive, the list of rewards. So it's, for me, because I'm passionate about health and fitness and helping other people with that, and also because Vitality have the most comprehensive insurance protection on the market, those two things combined for me is just a no-brainer, and that's why I'm so passionate about what I do.
It's really clever that someone sat down and gone, trackable technology, how do we incorporate it into the business model? Like, that is game changing. Where does that come from? Where does that innovation come from?
It comes from South Africa, because we're part of a big group called Discovery Group, so it's worldwide. But Vitality, the brand Vitality, has only been in the UK for just short of 5 years now. 4.5, 5 years.
Wow.
But it makes sense, doesn't it, for an insurance company to incentivize their members to live healthier. So for
definitely.
the whole of the UK, for one insurance company to make such a massive difference and impact on people's health, do you know what I mean? It makes sense, because we pay out less claims because there's less people dying and less people becoming seriously ill, because we're incentivizing them to be healthier. And it's worked for me. Within the first year of having my policy, I increased my activity, my exercise from 2 times a week to 6 times a week. So it's great.
I think that's great, because obviously, we're all on Strava or whatever running app or whatever trackable device that you wear. And if you can physically prove that you're active, then that's the easiest way of saying, look, here's my BMI, here's my resting heart rate, here's how many times I'm physically running every week. I don't smoke, I don't drink. Then from an insurance point of view, then it makes more sense, doesn't it, for an insurance company to look at you in a different light and say, right, low risk, we will give you a policy on critical illness and critical cover. And COVID obviously at the moment is massive. and I'm sure a year away from it now, and maybe it's 2 years when the data comes out, I'd be interested to know how many people passed away who were fit and healthy compared to who had underlying, that word, underlying health conditions. Like, I would love to see oh yeah, so many thousands died who were like fit and healthy, no health conditions, versus, that, which I think for you, you can use that in your own advantage to say, well, here's a reason why you should be always fit and healthy.
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
data.
I mean, no doubt at all. I mean, we don't actually just focus on offering our protection products and insurance to the fit and active and the healthy.
Yeah.
You know, I've got clients that were overweight when they took the policy out, high BMI. Some of them have, health conditions, and we still offer them great cover, because it gives them the reassurance that, they're more likely to get a payout with us if something does go wrong with the health. But then equally, I just love helping overweight people to become more fitter and active, and to see their journey. But regarding COVID-19, I mean, the stats are there are more overweight people dying, and predominantly males. So the stats, as you say, I would be really, really intrigued to find out what they are, when all of this is over, and it's got to be an encouragement for people. There's lots of people out there that don't have insurance cover, and a lot of people are contacting me now saying, look, please can you provide quotes, something that I've not got, but it's really concerned me because of all the the virus. Anything can happen. This is the thing, it doesn't matter how old you are, it doesn't matter how fit and active you are, you can get any type of serious illness at any point in life. So it just gives you the reassurance and the peace of mind, really. And equally, people that do have existing cover, a higher percentage of my client base do have existing cover with another provider, or did do, should I say. But looking deep into the policy schedule, I actually uncovered for them and made them realise that the cover that they had wasn't as good as what they initially thought. So it's all about the whole advice process, and ensuring that it's Vitality are a good fit for the client as well. And they don't have to engage in our wellness program, but they actually get an upfront discount on their premium if they do opt for our wellness program. But you can just have standard cover with us with no rewards, and you don't have to track your activity. So it's insurance for everybody at the end of the day. But
it sounds clever. And have your company approached the trackable device companies, Fitbit, Garmin, Sunto, etc., and gone, is there a partnership here? Is there something that
we do? Yeah, they do. And obviously we do have, because we offer discounted fitness devices. So we've got Garmin, Polar, Withings, Fitbit. So there's various different fitness devices that will sync to the Vitality portal, basically, and it automatically tracks your activity. I've just ordered a new Garmin, actually, so I'm really excited. That's due in the post anytime now.
Which Garmin have you bought?
Is the Vivo Active 4. So looking forward to getting that too, because Garmin are a good device, and I've swapped from an iPhone just over a year ago to an Android. But I love my Apple Watch.
Do you know what? If it helps you get into fitness, then it's only a positive. And I was sort of saying to my partner the other day, how did people go running in the 90s without headphones and music? And how did they do it? Because I think now, like, psychologically, if you go out running and if you wear, whatever headphones, listen to music, you just turn them headphones off and you just watch what happens to your mindset. Like, I've had it where my headphones have died and I'm like, oh my, and it's automatically, it just turns in from an enjoyable thing to something that becomes a massive slog. So it's, for me, it's dead interesting, and it comes onto the mindset. Like, how did they do it? How did they go running without music or listening to podcasts? Like, we have it so made now. Like, we have it so made that we should be fitter than previous generations because it's been made so easy. But on that respect, it's so easy that we get lazy. Do you enjoy looking at all the data and sharing it to Strava and etc.?
To be fair, I've only recently gone on Strava, but I've had some issues with my existing fitness device, which is a Withings device, hence the reason why I'm swapping over to Garmin. So my Strava's not been logging very well. But yeah, I enjoy tracking my activity because it does encourage me to make that effort to get out there. And I typically go for a run, do 5k 4 to 5 mornings a week, walking at the weekend. And I'm loving seeing more people out there now. That's the good thing about COVID-19. There's so many people out walking and exercising and smiling. But yeah, I mean, tracking your activity is not for everybody. I have had over the last 3.5 years only 2 people say to me, look, I just want a standard plan, I don't want to track my activity. But it works. Obviously 100%. Vitality do a lot of research and data and analytics before they implement anything, and they're a very innovative company as well, so they're always bringing out new things, and they're the only insurance company that will reward you and give you something back every month for the premium that you pay. But it does interest me, the fact that how people's minds work. And I think for being physically active and looking after your health, you've got to be surrounded by it as well. If you live in a family and you've been brought up by parents that are overweight and don't do any exercise, just go to work and go home and sit in front of the TV, then you're going to more likely grow up to be that person. So I do think it should be introduced more so into schools and the curriculum. It would massively help the world, because the issues are we're all consuming the wrong foods. They're full of chemicals, full of stuff that's not good for us. And although more and more people are realizing now, because we have got technology and more people are into fitness, equally there's far too many people that aren't, and that's why we've got obesity.
Do you know what, Angela, you raised a really great point there, and I'll tell you a little story from last week when I was in Morrison's, where someone who was pulling loads of alcohol off the shelf saw me coming and give me like the wide berth, like I had the Black Plague, and I sort of laughed to myself because I was thinking, here's me, dude, running a sub 22 minute 5k, just gonna PB 10k, up at 5 o'clock every morning, 15-hour shifts every single day, out in the hills all the time, like consuming nothing but positivity, and you're avoiding me because you think I will give you something. The only thing I would give you is some accountability, dude. And you put the alcohol back on the shelf, and you'd be like, yeah, fair enough. And it's funny how people think, like, people, like you said, putting like the wrong foods in the basket and drinking hours of alcohol, and then looking at individuals who do things on a really extreme physical level and saying they're crazy. And I'm like, flip that around, because that's what we were designed to do. What you're doing is crazy. And I read a comment this morning on someone's Facebook who I know, and basically people always want to protect themselves. So this lady's just getting into running, and she said, I'm going to get into running, but I'm not very good at it, and I don't know what to do, and I'm not very fit. And I replied saying, it's not that your body is unfit, it's that your mind is unfit. That is the problem. The body will react and change within a fairly short period of time. And is that one thing that you would like to see? More positivity? Like, I wonder why people feel a need to protect themselves at the front end and say, oh, well, I'm not very fit. Like, it sort of frustrates me how people don't back themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it is most definitely all in the mind, and sort of post 12, I'd say about 12 years now I've been running. But prior to that, I was okay fitness wise. I used to horse ride when I was younger and do aerobics classes and stuff like that, but I could never run. So when I started, I couldn't even run to the corner shop, but it was just a simple, slow progression of doing a little bit more. And you do get into that mindset. And this, going back to your comment about the guy in the supermarket picking the beer up, we're all guilty, aren't we, sometimes of doing things that we don't necessarily particularly want to be doing, like drinking more in COVID-19 or eating more. But there's the type of person that either isn't educated to, or how to look after the self, or how important it is, or just don't really care. And you know, they're the people that later on in life I feel that will probably regret not taking steps to look after the health, because that's when they're going to get serious illness, that's when they're going to have accidents, that's when they're going to, you know, I want to grow old to be agile and active in my 90s. You know, I'm not going to say I'm all going to be there in the mind, because you can't really control dementia and stuff like that. But then equally, you know, health for me is really important, but internal health, not just external health. You know, if you eat well and you exercise and you have a positive mind, as you've just said, they're the three, I feel, the three key components in overall health and longevity. If you know, you can be really unlucky and still get a serious illness, but at least you're helping yourself and your family.
It's like this, isn't it? If you've looked after yourself, and you get a serious illness, you can see the serious illness as an invading army. And instead of trying to invade a castle made of sand, they're trying to invade a castle that's made of granite and it's got high walls and it's got arches in the tower.
Yeah, that's a really good analogy.
And that's and that's one way to look at it. And anyone who's got, you know, medical history, like family history, like my dad's got Parkinson's, which means sometime in the near future there's a good chance that I'm going to end up with Parkinson's. But the only difference is my body is made of granite and it's got arches in the tower, so when Parkinson's comes calling, it's going to be in for a hell of a fight. Probably is one it won't win. And that's the way I look at it. When I'm getting up at 5 o'clock every morning, it's not because I enjoy getting up at 5 o'clock to go for a 10k run. It's because I'm training for when the doctor says, unfortunately, Mr. Beamson, you've got Parkinson's disease. Because that is coming. That moment in my life is coming, but I need to be in the best place physically and mentally to take that on. Now
good on you. You know, it's a scary thought for you, isn't it, for that to possibly be happening to you in the future, but you're taking all the steps possible, and 100%. I totally admire you for that. And that's, you know, I don't like getting up at 6 a.m. and going for my 5k run. I'd rather stay in bed, but equally the same as you, I know that if I don't take steps to constantly look after my health, and you know, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, you know, I'm in my latter 40s, so I think as you get older as well, it does become more important to you, or you know, it has for me anyway.
I think for me, I made a conscious decision, where am I now, probably 31 was the last time I drank alcohol, where I decided, I think I'm done with this now, and I don't really see the benefit of getting, like, because I was a serial binge drinker, so like I wouldn't drink for like 2 or 3 weeks, then there'd be like a lads trip to Blackpool where it was just carnage or wherever, but that was really, really bad for me, do you know what I mean? And like I haven't drank in such a long time, and I feel so much better for it now, and I'm not one of those like boring, oh, you don't drink alcohol, do you? Like, people do you, do you know what I mean? I'm just done with it now. Like,
so you're teetotal then, yeah?
Oh,
good on you.
I don't go around like preaching and shouting it from the rooftops, like not in like a vegan way. But I just when people I've been out before and people have gone, do you want a beer? I'm like, just get me a coffee. All right. And like people sometimes look at you a bit funny and say, oh, do you not drink? Nah, I'm done with it. I wish I could be done with chocolate in the same way, but I'm not quite there yet with chocolate.
See, I'm not a big drinker at all, and I don't binge drink. But yeah, if I go out on a night out with the girls or a partner, you know, I'll have a few drinks and what have you. But I know when to stop, because I just hate that feeling of being paralytic. And you know, you're recovering for a week after as well, so I don't enjoy that. And I just it's the whole contribute what you're putting in your body is important to me as well. It's all right in limits, you know, but I can still go out and have fun. I don't need to have a drink. I can go out and just drink.
It's a fair point. And one thing about you is you're a big fan of the great outdoors and adventure. So
I am.
How and why did it become a part of your life?
What, the great outdoors?
Mountaineering and hiking and
all of that. I absolutely love the outdoors, and to be fair, it was my partner that got me into it.
Cool.
So when we met, you know, I'd always wanted to go and do stuff like that, but my ex-husband was pretty boring and you know, didn't want to do anything.
Right, fair enough.
So yeah, it's been a real eye-opener, and I just wish I'd have been doing it years and years and years ago, you know, because the mountains for me, I mean, yeah, you know, I've done a lot of trekking, scrambling, climbing, predominantly in northern Wales, but Scotland and the Lake District as well. And just getting out in the mountains is, honest to God, if you haven't experienced it, and I mean, I know you have, John, and you appreciate exactly what I'm saying, but there's no better feeling at all, is there? And there's no better de-stressor. So it's, you know, anything outdoors. I love snowboarding.
Cool.
You know, I've done a bit of indoor ice climbing, but it wasn't really my bag. I prefer being out in the fresh air. But yeah, the mountains just do something for you. And I noticed one of your comments this morning on LinkedIn about getting out. It's going to be the winter time by the time we can get out there. But yeah, equally, it's get your crampons on and get out in the snow. I love it. Yeah. And it's so good for your health and your fitness as well. You know, it's a great cardio workout.
Well, it's a great point, because everyone's running at the moment, and running is great, but running is high impact, and depending on sort of your body competence, you know, how you if you are you a big thick set guy, are you carrying a bit of weight, like it can, and especially if you're running on roads, like it'd be a lot of impact. Some people don't buy the right shoes, they pick up a lot of injuries. Where hiking is low impact, because we've been hiking since day zero. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what we were that's how we got about, that's how we moved around, and like it's really good for cardio, fat burning and all that sort of good stuff, and it aligns mind and body, and you're right, I can't wait, and like I love it. I love bad weather. Like for me, it's a rite of passage. It really is. Bring it on. We completed this year Storm Dennis and Storm Cara. We completed them both. And
really,
yeah, like obviously depending on the level you're playing at, do you know what I mean? Like I'm really good map rated, like regardless of the weather. So like I'm comfortable of being very uncomfortable. Like that's one thing I've really worked on. And it's like a badge of honor for me. And I'm itching to get back out there. But you're coming to do an event which we've created called the Lakes Monster, which is fantastic, because without really knowing what it was, you just said, I'll do it, which I think is a great character trait. Where's that come from?
Oh, I'm just one of these people. And again, as I'm getting older, I'm just thinking, do you know what? It's just do it, as Nike says, just do it, you know. 100%. And it's like 100%. I don't see any point in putting blocks in your way in life. If you're scared of doing something, do it, and you won't be scared of it anymore. And step out of your comfort zone, do something different, do something that is going to excite you and excel you and challenge you. And yeah, although I've done quite a number of years in the mountains and scrambling and climbing, and I've got that physical fitness, the Lakes Monster that you've invited me onto is like, I've never done anything like that before. I've never done a via ferrata, which I'd love to, and a rope walk. So and I used to be scared of heights, believe it or not, but I'm not now. So yeah, it's overcoming that initial fear and just do it, and you'll love the experience, and you'll feel invigorated afterwards. So yeah, the Lakes Monster, I'm really, really, really excited, and to meet new people as well, you know, like-minded people.
That's a great point. And everyone who's coming on the Lakes Monster, in their own way, is a pioneer and is doing really well in their fields. And like, I'm excited to meet the individuals coming as well. And I feel like when I first thought of the Lakes Monster, the via ferrata wasn't a part of it, because I hadn't done via ferrata and I didn't know about via ferrata. So there was something else actually in the middle. But obviously, as you grow as a business and as you grow as a person, you think, oh, via ferrata is a bit tasty. So the via ferrata sort of come later. Yeah. And then as an event, because I wanted to create an event, I don't care how physically fit you are, this Lakes Monster will have you thinking, I'm not looking forward to the next bit. I'm not looking forward to the next bit. And there will be something, like there will be an element of that, because I've looked at everyone's profile and I've looked at people and everyone looks fit, train, good to go, ready to rock and roll. But that rope bridge on Honest to Slate Line is a different beast. It is a different beast. And what I do, and I do it for a reason, but psychologically, I create it to be this monster. Like if I post a photo about it, you're looking at that thing and, oh, it looks a bit tasty, that bridge.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you make it bigger. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you just turned up on the day and you didn't know about the rope bridge, then it happens. You just have to deal with it because it's happening right now, and I've just got to deal with it. But the fact that I'm talking about it now is putting something in the back of your mind, thinking he's mentioned that bloody rope bridge again.
Yeah, I'm so excited about it because again, it's that fear factor. It's something that I haven't done before, and it's stepping out of my comfort zone. And anything like that in life, it's just like you've got to try new things. That's what life's about. Do something that's going to excel you.
I always find it interesting. Like we run these events or something similar quite a lot, and whenever we put it on there, and I read people's comments, and they'll say to me like, "Oh, I wouldn't dare do that, or I wouldn't dare do this, and I wouldn't dare do that. It looks so dangerous." And I'm like, it's a really interesting comment to make, because to say I wouldn't dare do something, like I don't think there's anything I wouldn't like dare do. If someone wants to say, "Do you want to do this?" Like, yeah, I'll do it. Like I don't like caving. I don't like in confined spaces, but
me too. Yeah.
If there was an opportunity to do it, I would do it. I'm not saying I would enjoy it, but I believe in every experience, something good can be taken from it. And to face a fear or to face something that holds you back is a great opener. And hence the Lakes Monster is that. Now, for all we know, someone has a fear of the night. That's very, very reasonable. So not everyone is comfortable at night. And the mountains at night hold a different feel to them than they do when the day is out and everyone's on the hill and everyone's laughing and joking. When it's dark and you're on head torch, it's a very different feel. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like heights, so they'll struggle with the aspect of the Lakes Monster. The Blencathra sharp edge, that always appears from a distance like an absolute monster rising from the mountain, and you'd be like, we're going over that, and you can see it from like 2 or 3 k's away, and it just looks so prominent that again it's got a long time for you to look at it and it look at you and like sort of like psych you out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
That like that, like it's one of them. And I go across sharp edge a lot, but every now and again I look at it sometimes I think I'm either pushing it or I'm a little bit sort of crazy, but I do really enjoy it, and hopefully the Lakes Monster will go ahead. With it being the back end of August, I hope by then we've returned to like a point, I don't want to say normal, but a point where we can go to the lakes and we can meet and we can do things and we can have a great day.
Yeah.
What other challenges have you done? Like, have you done any marathons or any tough runners or anything like that?
No, I haven't, to be fair. Wow. I'm not, do you know what, John? I don't do it to be competitive, and I've never been interested in running a half a marathon or a marathon, or I nearly did a Tough Mudder once, but I just generally, no, the answer's no. I haven't done any challenges before, so this is really exciting because it is my first one and it's for charity. But I just keep fit and active for me to keep healthy and, you know, hopefully, like I say, live till a ripe old age, being active and fit and healthy. That's my main reason. So I've never really been interested in competing or anything like that. Yeah, I don't do my runs in the morning. I don't do the 5K and try and get a better time each time. It's just because I just want to do it to keep fit and active.
Yeah, no, that's
but
that's
after the Lakes Monster, you never know. I might be encouraged to do more challenges.
Yeah, well, it's good because it, like, a challenge obviously makes you train, makes you accountable, keeps you sort of focused. And I think it's important for people to have a goal and say, I'm training for X, Y, and Z. You know, just training blind sometimes for me, and I'm speaking personally, I might think, well, why am I doing this? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll go tomorrow. Like, I'm training for the Hardmoors 60, which is a 60-mile fell race. Never ran a fell race in my life.
Right. Amazing.
The most I've ever ran is like a half marathon, and that was the
Yeah.
going off run about 10 years ago. But it's that thing, isn't it? Challenge yourself. I've hiked 50 miles before, so I could definitely hike 60, but it's a running event, so we'll run some of it, hike some of it, but it's a great challenge, and it'll be one of those things.
Challenge.
Once I finish it and complete it, it's mine forever. Like I
Yeah.
can get old and sit in the nursing home and say, oh yeah, well, when I was this age, I did this and I did that and I did this, because that's all you've got. Like do you know what's worse for me? I think regret. Not failure, but regret. Regretting that you didn't do something. Like I see people all the time saying, I'd love to do this, and then I wait for it, that word which I didn't exist. But this and but that and but t'other. It's all just like for me, it's just a facade of like excuses. Like I get people all the time saying to me, John, I'd love to come and do this event, but I'm not fit enough. I'll get fit. Like when? Like sometimes you just have to go for it. Like you have to go for it.
Yeah, I suppose obviously it's the mindset again, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's people's fear and that perception of how they think they're going to feel while they're doing it, and they're not going to be able to cope. But equally, that's not just about fitness and challenges, is it? It's about lots of things in life as well. You know, there's so many people, and you know, we're all guilty of it sometime in our lives, of plodding along and not particularly being, you know, happy or doing something in life that, you know, you'd rather be somewhere else or doing something else. And it's all down to the mindset. And if you do, like you say, if you do it and you step in out of your comfort zone and just get it done, it's amazing how much brighter your life can feel and how good you feel about yourself.
100%. We met on LinkedIn, and the reason why I bring it up is LinkedIn is a great place because it's full of really positive, motivated individuals, and you can sort of watch people. And I spend a lot of time consuming content and just watching and reading and just thinking, interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think LinkedIn is such a great platform for you as a person?
LinkedIn for me, again, I totally agree with you. It's such a positive platform, and there's so much inspiration on there, and to connect with people and chat with people by direct message, and they're commenting on your posts and saying how much you're motivating them and helping them in their life, and vice versa. A lot of people on there are doing that for me as well. It is just really, really interesting. It's nice to connect, and it's nice to follow people like that. Whereas Facebook, yeah, I'm on Facebook and I'm also on Instagram, but I tend to be fair, I've hardly looked at Facebook recently because it's just a lot of negativity on there. You don't get any support on there, and people just do a lot of bitching, I think, which I can't stand. And yeah, I'm, you know, a very positive person, and if I can inspire other people to be like that, and if I can feed off people on LinkedIn from what they're doing, you know, health wise, mindset wise, I just love, I'm interested in other people, and I'm interested how they do things and about their business. And yeah, it's a great platform.
It's a super interesting time. I make a prominent effort with my personal Facebook and business Facebook that I never share anything negative. Like, I never ever share anything negative. Now, when I share things positive, the traction is very low, like very low, which shows me that a lot of people, unless you aren't telling like Karen off Facebook said this, a lot of people love to get involved in negativity. And I say to people who sort of start coming out of me and start thinking like I think, when you post something, see who comments on it, see who likes it. Those are the people that you need to associate more with. But on the same hand, post a negative post, post something political, post something about Brexit, see who is attracted to it. And those people who fly in on you, just get rid of all of them, because where were they when you were posting the positivity posts about you've done this or you're doing that or this is a great cause? Because they're not interested in positivity. They're not interested in seeing people do well. So those people for me, and I've got rid of them. I've gone through my Facebook over the last 2.5 years and gone, never speak to you, always post negativity, stupid comments, stupid sort of just shouting off, gobbing off about stuff. and I get rid of them, and I feel the same. Like Facebook for me is a place of just absolute tyranny. Like it is a terror. Like I don't know why it's gone to such a bad place. But I have no interest in it. Like the platforms I enjoy, LinkedIn, all the way in on LinkedIn, Instagram, and I enjoy TikTok. I really do. Like I've been shouting about TikTok for about a year. And I think it's a great platform for people who are creative.
I've only recently just gone on there, John, to be fair, like a good few weeks ago. And it's I just love watching people's videos of them dancing and having fun and being silly, because that's what I like to do. And it's I'm watching more now TikTok, and to be fair, I'm not going on Facebook because like you said, I've not had a cull or anything like that, but I might just come off it personally altogether. Have got a business page on there. But yeah, it's, just surround yourself with positive people that are going to uplift you and not be negative and put you down. Because once you get in that spiral of negativity, it's just, it's like a whirlwind, isn't it? And it can be so bad for your health. Just come off it. Just get rid of, surround yourself with good people that are going to inspire you and lift you up and motivate you.
We ran an event back in January where it was a fear-based workshop where we threw people off a big tower. Now they didn't know they were getting thrown off this tower, and we had great content, and we ran like what is fear and why is fear, and we did like little videos and stuff, and we had a few false finishes, and then the women that took part in it, they all sort of got the videos and shared them, and then I watched the comments, and like one of the girls is going somewhere. Like she started on a mission, on a journey, whatever the term you want to use, but she's going somewhere. And what she's doing is she's leaving all of those old friends behind. And I was looking at the comments, and they were basically saying, "Can't believe you're doing this, hon. You shouldn't be doing this. It looks dangerous." And I privately messaged her and said, every single person who comments on your page on that post negatively, get rid of them. Because what it is they're afraid that you're changing, and they'll never change. And they offer you nothing going forward.
It's easier said than done, isn't it, really? Just getting rid of people that, if they are genuine friends as well, you can't just obviously delete them, but you can, but it could cause more problems down the line. But yeah, I mean, so when you say you threw people off a building, you mean you abseiled off a building?
No, we threw them off. We've got We've got a partnership with a climbing company in the northeast called Rock 59, and they've got a 20-meter free fall platform, and you just jump off and fall.
So it's like a bungee.
Yeah, you wear a harness, and it's like a fall arrest system, so it allows you to free fall for a certain period of time, and then sort of takes up the slack and slows you down before you hit the bottom.
Oh gosh!
The initial jump is free fall.
That would scare the hell out of me. Because I don't enjoy bungee jumps, but abseiling, I absolutely love abseiling. So get me on a mountain and a sheer drop, I'll abseil off it, I'll run down abseiling, but not a bungee.
We call it the duck jump, because once you do it again, it sort of takes in a life of its own. And God, we do it all the time, and I'm really renowned for meeting people there, like sort of off LinkedIn, and say, let's go for a coffee. And we'll go there, and I'll be waiting with a harness on, and they'll turn up and say, "Oh, what are we doing?" I'll say, "Well, before we go for a coffee, let's just go jump off this platform."
That is naughty.
Yeah, well,
spicy and naughty, as you said.
some people don't jump, and that for me just indicates that thanks for coming. You know what I mean? Job done. It's an accountability thing for me. And Tom, who you'll meet when we do the Lakes Monster, when I got involved with him and a certain course that he runs, the accountability make or break course, he said to me, everyone who gets involved in this course, John, has to jump off that platform. And I was like, where is it? I'll go and do it. And like, we've all been up that tower for the first time and stood on the edge for the first time. Like, everyone's gone through that process of like, wow, this is really high. And you're just saying, just jump off the tower. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting actually what you're saying there, because even though I'm advocating just step out of your comfort zone and just do it, when you actually compare, for me now in my head, what you've just told me would scare the hell out of me, because I hate bungee jumps and I hate that feeling of free falling and then bouncing and the potential of that bungee jump snapping. Whereas I can get on a mountain and be roped in and on a sheer face, and I trust my rope implicitly. So 100%. How mad is that? You know, it's all in my mind, but equally obviously safety is paramount. But I know that as long as obviously you've got good ropes and your ropes have been checked and you know you do them every good few years, then you're safe. You can hang an elephant off a really thin rope off a mountain and it'd support the elephant, but equally the bungee jump thing just scares the hell out of me.
Well, I'll tell you what, it sounds like to me that you're talking yourself into it, so we're gonna have to get this sorted. But
shush, Ange.
When I first did it, it's got like scaffolding tower going up to the top of the roof, and like bearing in mind I've built this persona about being the eagle and this whole mantra of like I am the kiddie, so like I've got that in the back of my mind, like which I've built this persona, and I'm walking up these scaffolding towers and I'm thinking, whoa, this is a lot higher than I thought, and it almost feels like the scaffolding tower doesn't end, and then all of a sudden it just ends, and there's a big sign saying the only way is down now, and then you go across this like plank, and the guy, and they've got I know why they've done it now. I've sort of reviewed it in my mind. They've got all these gates for random gates that just don't really seem to be any necessary. But what it is it's a psychological barrier saying, God, there's another. I'm gonna have to open another gate and go through another gate and then go through another gate, and it's like something psychological about it. And then he clips you in, and you've got to step down onto like a beam. And it's really high, like it is ridiculously high. And I remember like the guy saying to me, and what you do, mate, is you just jump. And I'm like, right, okay. And he said, so when you're ready. And I was like, but at that point I was like, if I don't jump, everything that I'm trying to build is over. Like it's over. Like I had all this extra pressure on myself, and obviously I jumped, but I definitely had the moment of like, oh wow, this is intense. Like I'm super confident on steep ground, height's not a problem. But like you said, not knowing what that free fall is going to feel like, and trust me, when you go, it lets you drop. Like it is like you are free falling. And after lockdown, because I haven't done it for a while, I'll be going and doing it again, because it's that feeling of like butterflies in the stomach. I mean, we've had people up there in tears, like just flat out tears, and everyone's jumping, guys.
But it's mad, because I would do a parachute jump. I would jump out of an aeroplane. That wouldn't bother me whatsoever, I don't think.
Well,
but yeah, so
volunteer for the duck jump. Tommy C, there's one more volunteer. Awesome, Angela, we're flying through this, and I like to sort of think about the close of the show where I ask people the 5 whats. The 5 whats have changed slightly due to COVID. The first one is, what does your day look like? So when I break that question down, is routine is everything to a human being. So I feel like the people who have created a new routine in COVID will do better because they have structure. So what does your day look like?
I love structure. Absolutely love it. And I need to be organised in my life. But yeah, so I typically get up most mornings in the week at 6 o'clock. I have a small cup of coffee to wake me up and get myself going, get ready, go out for my run, typically 6:30, 20 to 7, and do my 5K. Come in, obviously have a shower, get ready, and I'd start my day around about 9, half 9ish. Right. Don't like to rush in the morning. I like to take my time. I'd check messages, reply to messages, and then obviously crack on with the day. But and then I'll work till 6, 7 o'clock some evenings in the week, and then make tea and relax. Basically, watch a bit of TV, watch a movie. If it's a summer's night, obviously sit out in the garden. This is during lockdown. But and then weekends, weekends typically be going away in our amazing camper van, but we're really missing that, and not able to do that at the moment. So the garden, thankfully, we've got a nice garden.
Yeah, you sent me a photo of the camper van. It is absolutely pinging. It's fantastic.
It's just unbelievable. Yeah. So we've had, well, it was converted from a works van, so it was a big job, but yeah, it's just amazing to get it. I've never ever thought I'd enjoy going away in a camper van, because we used to have a caravan, and my mum and dad's got an amazing motorhome, so that was an introduction really. But you can only go to certain places in the motorhome. Camper van, as long as it's below a certain height, you can get under the barriers, and it's just amazing to be able to just sod off somewhere, have a long weekend away, not pay for hotels, and just go and wild camp, get in the mountains, get up in the morning and get straight out there. So it's a good experience.
Second one, what workouts are you doing? And when I say workout, that can be a mental workout or a physical workout.
I've been doing more, I bought some new resistance bands, so nice. I've been doing more glutes workouts and workouts in the back garden, stretches, and I've been doing more body weight workouts as well. As well as my cardio, because I know that a mixture of weight bearing exercise, so I've got some not really heavy weights, but I typically use my resistance bands and weights at the same time. I've been doing Peloton workouts, because one of the rewards partners that Vitality have, we get free Peloton, so there's loads of workouts on there, and you can do HIIT, yoga, Pilates, stretching exercises, body weight and stuff. So I've started to do a few of those, because you get points, Vitality points for doing those as well. But apart from that, that's it really.
Third one, what have you stopped doing?
I've now stopped drinking coffee after 3 o'clock. Which is a big thing for me, because I'm a big coffee drinker. What have I stopped doing? Going out and enjoying myself in the fresh air in the mountains. I'm not, think about it, I've not really had a massive change in the way that I'm doing things, to be fair.
Fair play. What have you started? Have you started anything new? A new book? New podcast?
No. Yeah, your podcast. I've listened to about 15 of them over the last week. And to be fair, I've never listened to podcasts before. So you've, again, inspired me and introduced me into doing something new, which is great. Yeah, and I'm loving listening to the podcast. So now when I'm going out for a run, I'm either listening to podcasts or music. And then at home as well, but so I'm enjoying the podcast, so thanks for introducing me to them.
And we've chatted about you starting your own podcast, which I think will definitely happen.
I might get cracking on that and do a bit of research, and you can give me a few tips into it. There's quite a few people doing them now.
There's loads. Fair play. Fifth and final one, what's the first thing you're going to do after lockdown, after you visit family?
The first thing will be getting out in the mountains, definitely. Obviously, after seeing my family and hugging my mum and dad and my son. And then I need to get my hair done, definitely, because I'm going to be a brunette before you know it. That's the second thing.
I've got a terrible COVID cut at the moment. Absolutely hate it. So I need to get back to the barbers.
You can just shave all of yours off though, John, can't you?
I look terrible with a shaved head. I don't suit shaved heads at all. I haven't got the facial structure for it. I've definitely not got sort of like Tom Hardy sort of head to suit a shaved head. So it's just a case at the moment. But I need to get back to the barbers. So I hope Boris opens the barbers soon.
So that's the second thing. As me, you'll be getting to the barbers.
I'll be going to the barbers, and I enjoy where that's gone, that sector, because it's no longer just like short back and sides. Like, it's gone down the eyebrows and the waxing and the head massage
I believe so. I believe so. Yeah, which is really nice, isn't it, to have that difference? And
it's added a great service. Look, Angela, it's been fantastic chatting to you. Where can people find you?
Thanks for having me on, John. I really enjoyed it. My first podcast. People can find me on Instagram. Don't even know what my well, I've got two Instagram pages actually. My business page, which is Positive Lifestyle Rewards.
Yeah.
And then my private one's Angela P.Kiwi.
Yeah.
I'm on LinkedIn, so you can
Yeah.
find me on LinkedIn, Angela Pendlebury, and then I've got my business page on there as well. And like I say, Facebook, I've got a business page on Facebook, which is Positive Lifestyle Rewards.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Angela, I haven't known you very long. I think I've known you since about just after Christmas, but it's been fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person and enjoying a few coffees and getting on the hills and
Definitely.
having a really great
Likewise.
adventure, so.
Likewise, I can't wait.
Thanks very much for your time, and I'll get this podcast out ASAP.
Thanks, Joanne. Have a good day. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.